In this video, I'm going to show you how I used AI to create a digital product in under 60 minutes, launch it within 6 hours, and start getting sales the next day. So here we are inside our GPT bot. It literally guides us through everything. So I said, I'm clueless, just guide me through everything. It started interviewing me, asked me some questions. I told it, help me find my idea from scratch. So it told me to pick the one that sounds closer to me, job, hobbies, or interests, etc. I went with the hobbies or interests. I figured let's do a product around hobbies or interests. What are 2 to 4 things you genuinely enjoy or know a bit more about than most people? So the things I mentioned here is I enjoy writing content, letters, stories. I enjoy playing badminton but don't consider myself an expert. I enjoy building websites quite much. And I enjoy cooking food and feel like I know more about cooking than most men. And by the time I wrote this out, as I was thinking about it, I figured, you know what, this is probably going to be my idea. It'll be something around this. And so here are 3 strong directions based on what you shared. Writing and letters, cooking for men, simple websites. So I said, let's go with number 2. Let's go with cooking for men. And so then it starts doing all this research for me, lets me know about their core pains, desires, stuff they already tried that failed. To be very fair with you, I didn't read into any of this. I just went ahead and said, let's go with 2. Now we need to choose exactly who you want to design this for. Pick one that feels closest. So I figured number 2 is closest to me. I'm a husband. I like to cook for my partner. So I said 2, that's most aligned with me. But I want you to decide which market has more potential. Now, between the 3 options, I would choose boyfriend and husband who wants to cook for his partner. Here's why. This has strong profit potential. I just ignored all of this and carried on. It said, quick question so I can lock the format. Would you prefer your main product to be 100% written guide with recipes, shopping lists, and step-by-step instructions, or a written guide plus a few short hands-only videos later? I didn't want to shoot any videos. I won't be doing any cooking videos. So I said, let's go with A. Cool, we went with A and it started defining this product further for me. Men in relationships who feel useless in the kitchen and want to confidently cook for their girlfriend or wife. Before, they feel embarrassed, nervous, no idea what to buy, avoids cooking. After, they have simple, reliable meals, can plan and cook at least one full date night dinner, etc., etc. So then it suggested me some name options for the product. I quite liked the 30-minute date night chef right off the bat. I think I also like the boyfriend chef method, but I didn't like it too much because it's got the word boyfriend in it. And I don't want it to be the boyfriend or the husband chef method. I want to speak to both. And so these are the only 2 names of these that really stood out to me. And so it suggested the whole product outline over here. But before we move forward, I said, I like name number 1 and I'm happy with the outline. So I was happy with the book outline, product outline, and I was happy with the 30-minute date night chef. And so it goes on and on. It tells me about the prices. I said, for now, we'll go with $27, but I'm not confident that we could charge $27 for a product like this in this market, but that's fine. I'm only speaking to a bot right now. This is not yet up on a page. And so then it suggests me my order bump offers, first dinner, no panic pack, done for you date night menus. Later, you'll find that I quite like this idea. I didn't like this one, so I had this one recreated. Then upsell. I never really create the upsell when I'm launching a new product. We'll create it after. First, we want to validate the product, make sure people even buy, and then we can go to the upsell. And so we're going some back and forth here. It just tells me about the upsells, the back end, and how much money I can make from this, because that's what the internal bot does. It gives us our economics of our funnel. But for now, I said, all of that looks great. Let's proceed. And so now it goes into writing the ebook for me. Now you can see the truth. You're not bad at cooking. You're undertaught. This is the first section. And soon I'll show you how I designed this and you'll see that I used this exact content that was given here. So we carried on going through it. And at the time I was going through this, I was actually shooting another demo. And so I told it stop. I said, can we move on to the next step in the process? But then later I came back to it and I completed the book. Okay, so then we keep scrolling through it. So it's giving me the ebook. Then I say, hey, I want an ebook cover now. So then it created me a prompt here. I ran that prompt through a different chat because inside this bot, you can't actually run the prompt to generate the image. So I took that prompt, ran it in another GPT chat, and I created my book cover. Then I asked it to give me a complete overview of my front-end product just so I have full clarity on what I've got over here so I can put that inside a Google document, keep it organized. Then I asked it to write me a complete sales letter for the 30-minute date night chef using a sales letter framework, one of our internal sales letter frameworks. I provided that to the bot and then it spat out this copy. I was pretty happy with this copy. There was a few things I didn't like about it. It was giving me too many bullets. And the first thing was that it referred to boyfriends at the start, but I want to speak to boyfriends and husbands. Then it gave me this headline, which was pretty decent. I said the headline sounds complex and not exciting enough. Then it suggested me some other ones. And some of these were decent, some of them, they were pretty okay. But then I took the copy and it started giving me new outputs and it started giving me too many bullets, then it's giving me 2 long paragraphs. But anyways, I took it all, put it inside a Google Doc, worked on it a little bit. And before I had my sales letter ready. Then I asked it about the colors for the funnel. I want my brand kit. So what graphics and more like what colors should I use? What fonts should I use? I got all of that from here. And then I said I need a prompt to create an image that will go beneath some part of the copy that I had created. And then it gave me a prompt for that. And I was able to produce those images. And then I had it create my bump offer copy for me. I had it create a new bump earlier. As I mentioned, I didn't like bump number 1. So I had it create this bump offer for me. And I was happy. I thought these 2 bump offers look and sound great. Let's proceed. And so now I've got my sales letter. I've got the ebook ready. I've got it all organized in Google Docs. I head over to Gamma. And in Gamma, I fed it my whole ebook and it designed the entire ebook for me. Just like this. I had it create this cover for me. Let me show you that. And then I joined that cover with the Gamma from here. I removed the cover from Gamma and I went to pdfjoiner.com and I joined the image with this PDF right here. And boom, I had my complete ebook. So now my ebook was ready and now I just needed to get some funnel graphics that I could use on the funnel itself as I begin to design it. And so I started generating images like this, got this image ready. And then I wanted to create some messages as though customers have messaged me telling me how good this product's been. So it gave me prompts for those. Then I had it start generating those messages for me. But then I asked it like, what color is the receiving message? And it told me that. So I said, you need to fix that. If you're getting an incoming message, you need to use that color. Boom, started getting those. And I built all these screenshots that I could use on the page. I had this graphic created. I fed it this as an example. And then it gave me this graphic for my product. Everything was looking pretty fantastic so far. Had it create this image too. And so all of this was done with AI. Then I head over to Go High Level where we have our funnel template. I went inside there. Now I added my logo. Logo was created by ChatGPT image generation as well. Started adding all the copy in here. Add our product mock-ups. This was created with AI using Higgsfield and Canva. We create the images in Higgsfield and we go over to Canva, put them in mock-up placeholders and then assemble it all together. And there we had our product mock-ups. And I start adding all the copy in here, add those funnel graphics that we created using AI. As you can see, that's that image I showed you at the end. Add that over here, add all the copy. That's the other graphic I created using AI. We'll add that in here. And just like that, just more or less fill in the blanks, add our colors. I got this cream color background from GPT suggestion, used it. It looked pretty great here. And the red, the fonts to use, like use Inter and Poppins font. To me, everything was looking great. I hooked it up to a checkout page. Like this, I had the bump offer images generated from GPT image generation. I added those over here, added the bump copy right there, connected my payment processors to it, and I was ready to start making money. And so then we head over to Nano Banana Pro. First, we head over to ChatGPT to create some prompts to generate ad images. And then we had all these ad images generated. We had quite a handful of images generated. And so I think maybe like 10, 12 ad images we were going to go with. Then we used ChatGPT to write the ad copy for those. And then as you can see here, all those ads soon after that same night went live on 27th December. These ads went live. You can see these are all those images generated from Nano Banana Pro and our ad copy created by AI. As you can see, you click on any of these ads and they will go to this funnel that I showed you just then. And so just like that, it's been about 2 and a little bit days since this has been live. First day, didn't spend any money. Then it started spending money. And here we have results of today. If we load this up and we go to 29th, like it's just turned 30th. So we have no sales for the 30th. Then we select 28th, 29th. GHL's in Pakistan time zone. And then the ads manager is in UK time zone. So it's all a bit twisted. So we select 20th to 29th and we get our results for the day. Got $40 in sales. And we actually got our first sale, I think the day we went live. Let me see, was it the 27th? No, 28th. There we go. So 28th, it was like this. 28th, we got our first sale the following day. But then 29th and 30th, which is what counts, but 30th, I don't know how it all works. Maybe all the revenue should be attributed to 29th or due to the time zones. It's all a bit weird. Yeah, exactly. So 29th to 30th is 1:24 a.m. as I shoot this. In one day, we done $40 in sales. We had 63 unique visitors. According to GHL stats are not accurate at all. We should actually look at Clarity data to see how many visitors we actually got. Then we come over to the checkout page. We can see 10 people made it to checkout page according to this. 2 people bought, and looks like one of those customers bought both of the bump offers as well. So 17 plus 14, 31 plus 9, $40 total. and we made that. And how much did we spend? This is our ad spend for the day. As you can see, the 30-minute date night chef account. Yesterday, I spent December 29th, £30 spent, which is just over $40, $40 and a few cents. So we broke even, like we're very early in, we broke even. We don't even have an upsell in this funnel. As you can see, if I go to steps, there's no upsell over here. Nothing's dialed in. We're running some pretty quick generated ads. All of this was done in 6 hours using AI. Honestly, the process, I can't explain how easy it is once you understand it. I think the reason most people never launch and most people never get results is because they overthink it. They think there's some form of perfection they need to reach. They think that this is a lot more complicated than it is. They think that running paid ads is hard, but they don't realize the times we're living in are some of the most advantageous times in decades. It's never been easier to start an online business, and it's never been easier to make money from home. So that being said, my advice to you would be to stop overcomplicating this stuff, stop overthinking it. As you can see, this is an entirely faceless product. My face is not on here, it's got no videos on it. All these images are AI generated. You really need to get out of your head, stop overcomplicating this stuff, and just get to it. Much better off creating something, launching it, getting some data, getting some results, seeing what works for yourself and what doesn't, and breaking that belief in your head that this stuff is hard. The faster you get your product live, the faster and sooner you realize that, whoa, this stuff really isn't that complicated. And you spend weeks doing the stuff and then it doesn't go to plan. And then your heart is broken. And that's when you start to tell yourself this stuff doesn't work. But if you give it as much importance and time as it really takes, it's no big deal. I spent 6 hours doing this and this product could have not sold anything and my heart wouldn't be broken. I thought, yeah, that's been a bit of fun. Sharpen my axe a little bit. And I could just go again the next day, spend 6 hours and launch an offer. This way, I could launch an offer once a day and 100,000% guaranteed and everything that within 30 offers, I'm sure to find a couple winners. And when I say winners, I'm talking about offers that would absolutely transform my life. So I'm going to leave it as that. Hopefully this video serves you well and it helps you truly understand how simple this process is and proves to you that when you follow the process, you apply it correctly, you always get results. Talk soon.